Hi guys. You can't make fun of any of this, okay? My hair's out of control. I'm gray. I got things popping out of me. It'll be better by the time school starts, I promise. Anyhow, I had a couple requests to go through some of the assignments and explain what I want you guys to do, not just in the written word, but with my verbally. So I'm just going to use class 1AC Schoology to go through this. The assignments are the same for all three classes. So if you're in 1BD, you're like, well, I don't have to listen now. Yeah, you do. It's the same exact stuff. So for this week, the stuff that I want to see by Friday, and it looks like some people have kind of trudged through it already, but I do want to give you a chance. Now, my screencast-o-matic thing is not working on this Chromebook, so I'm going to end up flipping this thing around, and you may get a little seasick, but you'll be all right. So the first thing they asked us to put up is, and you've probably seen this in all your classes, are these like learning targets and where to find your assignments and when the due dates are. So this is just kind of what my expectations are. I can define confirmation bias and motivated reasoning. I can identify and summarize the characteristics of confirmation bias and motivated reasoning. And I can identify the characteristics of confirmation bias in a variety of formats and situations. And then all the video links and the article links that you need are here. And all the assignments are here that you'll have to turn in. And the due date is here. And this is just an organizational tool. As you get through things, just put a little X there and you're good to go. So let's look at the actual assignment. Confirmation bias and motivated reasoning. So last week we talked about hidden biases. This is whether you are biased against people that are heavier than you are or skinnier than you are, or people who have a different skin tone, or people who practice Islam, or different kinds of presidents. I don't know which tests everybody did or what your results on those tests were, but instead of just having a hidden bias that's kind of baked into your personality and into your society, we also have something called confirmation bias and motivated reasoning. Now, I have linked here, it says your first task is to figure out what confirmation bias is. And it says there's an article from Psychology Today. Right here is the article. Anything in blue is going to be a link. So here's an article on Psychology Today about confirmation bias. Why we make terrible life choices. As you read that article, you should be able to define confirmation bias. It'll give us 3 ways it affects you. What's the psychology or physiology or sociology behind confirmation bias? And what are suggestions to confront confirmation bias in yourself? And as you go through the article, you'll be able to find it. Confirmation bias affects you. 1, 2, 3. What you can do about it. There's 4 things. So as you read that article, you should be able to answer these 4 pretty basic questions. I've also put together a Google Slides presentation on confirmation bias and motivated reasoning. Now, here is a little secret. In this Google Slides presentation, as it comes up slowly, don't tell, but hang on. It's very slow. All the answers to those 4 questions are in here. What is confirmation bias? What's the big deal? How it affects us? Oh, 1, 2, 3 ways. Then I have a little video you're going to watch about confirmation bias. Anything blue, click on it's a video or a link. Why do we do this? And how to fix it in yourself. The next part of the assignment asks you to define motivated reasoning, describe what it means to have a soldier's mindset and a scout's mindset, and besides the examples that I'm going to give in the Google Slides, what are some other things motivated or influenced by motivated reasoning? So as you keep going through this presentation, what is motivated reasoning? I give you a definition. This is our tendency to evaluate information based on the outcome we want to reach. I love chocolate. If I read an article that says eating chocolate every day is going to make me taller and skinnier and have less gray hair, well, darn it, I'm going to eat it. If I see an article that says that eating chocolate is going to make me chubby and give me pimples and make my breath smell bad, that article is stupid. You're going to watch this very short TED Talk about motivated reasoning, and it'll tell you what a soldier's mindset is and what a scout's mindset is. And here are some examples of motivated reasoning. How you think a leader is doing. If you think the president is doing great, you're going to look for articles about the president doing great. If you think the governor's doing terrible, you're going to look for articles about the governor doing terrible. If you think Mrs. Enright is the bee's knees, you're going to go for examples of her being just a great leader. Same thing with sports. Tom Brady, the Houston Astros. If you're at a Syracuse basketball game and you think the ref makes a bad call, you're going to be like, oh, that stupid ref, take him outside and punch him in the nose. But if you think he made maybe a controversial call in Syracuse's, to their benefit, like, yeah, that was a really good call. Nice job, ref. So those are some examples of motivated reasoning. So you have to be able to define motivated reasoning, which I gave you. You're going to go through that TED Talk and describe a soldier's mindset versus a scout's mindset. And besides those examples I listed, what might be something influenced by motivated reasoning? Your third task is to pick one of these two articles. Now, this Time Magazine article, Darian Frankie told me that this is blocked because Time Magazine, I guess, has naughty things in it. I don't know why. I put a Google Doc with that same article right here. Time, teens may do better when school starts later. Or you can choose the article from U.S. News and World Report, which isn't blocked. I don't really know why. How later high school times yield mixed results. You're going to pick either one of these articles to read. The Time Magazine one, it's pretty short. The U.S. News and World Report one, which is pretty short, and you're going to fill in this T-chart. High school start time should be moved to later in the day, and you're going to fill in all the reasons why. You may get some information from the Time Magazine article. You may get some out of your head. High school time is fine just where it is. You may get some information if you choose to read this article. From the U.S. News and World Report article, you may get out of your head. And then you're going to draw a conclusion. School start time should be moved later, should stay the same, should not really matter since we're all staying at home. We can get up when we want to. And you have to write your reason why. Then you're going to look at your motivated reasoning. You're going to fill out this 4 questions about your T-chart and the conclusion you drew, trying to tease out your own motivated reasoning. I hope that helps. It is, a multi-part assignment, but it's the only assignment for this week. And I already had the assignment ready for next week. So if you, I really want to get going on that, I can post it to you earlier if you want to get going on ageism. I think that's next week's. Yeah, ageism. And I can post that early if you want to. Again, I'm going to post it on Monday, and it's going to be due by Friday. Monday, Friday. We'll do 1 topic a week. So, motivated reasoning and confirmation bias is this week's. I hope you guys are doing great, and I miss you, and I'll see you soon. And pretend I don't have a lazy eye, because it's kind of embarrassing. Bye.